All right, what's up, YouTube? How's it going? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. We're looking at Bitcoin today. I'm going to jump right into the charts here. I've got stuff going on tonight, and sorry about the videos and how sporadic they've been as far as the time I'm getting them out. I'd like to get them out in the mornings. I just haven't been a morning person lately, and I got to get out to work, so we're going to just try to get them out whenever we can throughout the day. Evening's probably going to work out better from this point on. I don't know. We'll see. It also gives the market a chance to kind of reveal itself before, so I have something to talk about rather than speculation. But with that being said, we're going to look at Bitcoin here, and that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking on the 2-hour chart. Don't forget, none of this is financial advice, just giving you my take on the market as I see the waves being formed. I am here to give you the perspective from an Elliott Wave look at it. So, okay, what do we have? Just to recap here. It appears, let me get the MAs off of the chart. There we go. It clears it up just a little bit. It appears the way I've drawn the channel, we've broken out of the channel, we've retested it, and popped back through. That's one thing of interesting note to me. I think this pump today and yesterday has been a reaction to that we had we popped out of it. We went to go in, and the bulls protected the area here. As far as an Elliott Wave count, I'm kind of reduced down to this one pretty much. There's only one more. It's one more count that I've got two counts right now. There's only one. Well, I'll tell you why I think. I've got three counts, but one of them is very unlikely. Another one is hanging on a thread, and then the last one is a bullish count. So let me just give you the bullish count first. The bullish count requires that with the Elliott Wave, and with every one of these counts, just so you know, I've got a problem with every one of them. So I'm really in a quandary right now from an Elliott Wave perspective. That's not the only way we trade, so we understand that. But again, I'm trying to give you the Elliott Wave perspective here. I'm in a quandary here because this is a real challenge here. If we're going to have a bull count, this needs to be the bottom. That needs to be the very bottom because this was a lower low. The problem I have with that is that that's a three wave. I've tried to interpret that anything other than three waves. I cannot do it. That is not five waves. It is three waves. I've tried to interpret it as a five wave structure. It is not in any way, shape, or form a five wave structure. So my problem is I've got this three wave structure here. I got this three wave structure here. And then I have what would follow here is it's a three that breaks the low, so it's looking like an expanded flat, and I would need five waves to the upside. Now, if that's what we're getting and we're finishing it out, here's the problem I'm having with that. Calling this an expanded flat still, and this is the difficulty that I don't think is likely, but it's possible. That I don't like how high this wave has just come up a lot higher than I would expect it to. I would expect price to have, if this is an expanded flat. I mean, technically, I guess we can go to 10,000. We can go to the 2618, but it just seems so. The wave shape seems out of the ordinary as far as the way the flats generally go. You'll notice back here we did have an expanded flat right here that went up to the 2618, so it's not out of the it's not out of the realm of possibility. The difference is that as the type of impulse that we got straight up to that 618. Okay, a lot of the impulses that we've been getting are on the expanded flats are more straight up. Okay, you'll see in this one right here, this flat that we got right here, it was just more of a straight up motion there, and so you can kind of see that right there. So with that being said, this is more of your standard wave formation, but I mean it's certainly possible, I suppose, guys. It's still possible that this is an expanded flat here, and that we're getting our fifth wave right here of that flat. So that means we're still getting the the three wave Z that we're looking at, even though we broke out of the channel there. So that's a possibility. That to me is that to me is seems to be a smaller possibility based on the wave shape and the things that I just shared, but a possibility nonetheless. The reason I like this count is because it handles this wave in its context properly. It handles it as far as the structure is concerned. It handles it. It answers the problem there, and it stays within the realm of Elliott Wave principles here. So the 2618, $10,000 is a possibility that we might hit. Okay, so yeah, that would be the 2618. Anything between here and the 2618 would be a fine reversal to go on down to finish this thing out. Now we have fallen out of the trend line or broken out of the trend line, so that really is a point for the bulls. Let's give you the bull case here. So I've told you why I prefer the expanded flat, except I've told you also why I don't like it. I don't like the wave shape and the height that it's gone. But again, we could go up there. Now, that being said, dismissing the fact that I don't like this wave shape here, let's just pretend here for a bull scenario that this is the end of of the correction right here. That's the end of the correction. This would be the end of the Z wave. Okay, and what we have now is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're making the fifth wave. Okay, we got an impulse to the upside. It's pretty large wave structure, guys. I mean, it's pretty big. Comparatively, especially if this is the reversal point. Let me just show you the previous reversal point on the chart. Let me go to the daily here and just kind of show you the wave. The last reversal that we had was right here. Okay, that's the reversal off the bottom. We had an impulse, okay, and then we had a two wave and then a continuation. Okay, well here, I mean, you can see the size of this impulse that we're getting as compared to that. It's quite a bit larger, for sure. So the structure is quite a bit larger, and it's a lot more choppy. Though technically it's looking very impulsive in its smaller wave breakdowns. All right, so with that being said, we'd count this thing right here as a 1. Come on. A 1, a 2, 3, 4, and now we're getting the fifth wave. Okay, now if we put the wave extension, the trend extension on here, trend base Fib extension here, you can see that this comes up to the 1618, and so this comes up to a three wave region here that we expect, and that's good. We got a three wave pullback. This is a very deep pullback, so that's concerning to me. But again, it was a deep pullback, but it was also fast as far as in the nature of it, and so it really is slightly concerning to me. The other thing is the rule of alternation. Is we had a zigzag here, and then we had pretty much a zigzag here. And generally, you're supposed to, when you have between the 2 and the 4, there's a rule of alternation that says, if you get a simple zigzag here, you get a complex correction here. Well, we didn't get that. We got a three wave move here, and then we got pretty much one there as well. So that's something that bothers me again about this count. But again, just sharing all my thoughts with you and just letting you know where I stand. Okay. So, but the way I'm interpreting this is that this would be a wave 3. This wave also has problems as well, which I'll discuss with you in just a moment. But that's another problem I have with this count. The final problem I have with this count is when I put the extension on this guy to measure where the fifth wave might come, it's looking again. It's reaching up here to that $9,900, $10,000 mark. So it could reach that 2618 that we were talking about earlier, potentially as a target there. But the way this wave structure is formed, it would seem that that's an awfully big wave. It's an awfully it's just based on the wave count, it seems odd that we'd make it that high, but it's possible, so I want to talk about that. So let's talk about the difficulty here with this count as well. Just explain why the count here from an Elliott Wave perspective is difficult. Okay, so this count here, we have to get this in 5 waves here, but it looks like a 3-wave move. Let me explain something to you that this is the way I would answer that on the 15-minute chart here. I would basically explain that what we have here is this is a 1, that's 2 right there, all that's 3, this is a fourth wave, and all of this is 5, and so we got an extended fifth wave. And let me get this off the screen. There we go. Um, so what you can see here is that this actually measures to a 1618 extension, so that's perfect. This is kind of a deep 4 wave, but it still doesn't break the plane of the 1, so we're okay. And it's a very ugly. It looks very impulsive, and so anyway, that's another problem I have with that. But then we get this extended fifth wave, and it actually finishes quite nicely as a ending diagonal, as a potential wave count there. I like the way I had it drawn before. And the fifth wave is actually an ending diagonal. So the way I would count that fifth wave is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. There's your ending. Actually, the 4 would go right there, and we got an ending diagonal there, and then a break out of it. All right, so that would be the third wave, and then that's the way I would count that sucker, and then 3 waves down for the fourth wave, and now we're heading up to make the fifth wave. Okay, and so this is what we'd expect here. I'm going to put I never count without Fibonacci's, so I'm just going to go to the 10-minute chart, make this a little bit bigger here, show you what we're looking at here. You can see how the 1618 is down here. We surpassed it like it was butter. We came to the 2618, and we've been bouncing around it, or above it, I should say. I think there's a likelihood, guys, that I would count this as a 1-2-1-2 of the third wave, that we're getting an ultra extended third wave. And the way I would probably count this the third wave has a real strong potential of finishing up here at the 3618. The way this wave keeps pumping and the way it's looking right now. And so if I had to think bullishly here, this is a 1, 2, and the 3's coming up here to the 3618. We're going to get a fourth wave retrace, and then we're going to get even a fifth wave up. And that might even get us up to that $9,900 region. But we got an extended third wave, or fifth wave, excuse me. Excuse me, I'm yawning. Haven't yawned in a while in the videos. But anyway, this fifth wave should probably be about the same size as the first wave. And so it'll kind of look like a double top, most likely. Something like that. That means what we'd be looking at here is that this move today was a fourth wave of the third. So if I were to subcount this wave, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're getting the fifth wave of the third wave. Okay, and that'll get us up to 93.53. That's a very much a likelihood there. So let's zoom in now and look at the current chart again on like the 2-minute, and let's look at this last wave and see if there's any justification for that as well. So what I would say here is that this fourth wave was an expanded flat. Okay, we got a 3-wave move, a 3-wave move, and I guess that's a 5-wave move. And so there's an expanded flat. Now, although this 5-wave move is quite difficult to see, but I guess it's there. I got very impulsive there, but at least to this location had a rebound. Yeah, that's tough. It looks more like a zigzag. It looks more like a 333. WXY, but again, we had the B wave kind of come beyond the origin of the A wave, so that's kind of a flat. So that's a difficulty there in that count here. Another possibility is, let me show you another possibility, that we actually are going down from here. We're going to get a deeper fourth wave, or a bigger fourth wave like this. This fourth is going to come over here. This could be the end of 3. It's a possibility right there. Again, just talking scenarios with you. And what we actually have is an A, and then this is a B right there, and then we're getting C. Or WXY. That might be a way to look at it as well. No, ABC is better. A, B, and C. That's a possibility. Depends on how high this wave goes. It's pumping up to, wow, it's pumping up to 92.22 right now. So, yep, we might be getting, oh, there it goes right there. Boom, right on camera. So, yeah, it looks like we're getting the, this could be an expanded flat. It might not be. Nope, there it goes. We're heading up to that fib right there. There it is. Well, that takes that off the table. So yeah, this looks like the ABC of the fourth right here. ABC right there, the fourth. This looks like the fifth wave of the third. And so we're going to put the third up here just as we did before. Probably going to get a rejection here pretty soon off of this candle. Let's check out the divergence here on the 15-minute time frame. Ta-da. There it goes. Right up to the fib. Just watching price action now right on camera. 93.53 is the target. We are at 93.45 right now. Again, looking for this to be the top of the third wave. Should be getting a fourth wave pullback anytime, I would think, and then a fifth wave to the upside. The only other count that I have is that this is actually the end of the third wave, and that actually we're putting in this is the fifth wave to the upside now. So that's another possibility as well. We have surpassed 93.53, but that's often the case. It's actually 93.56. I'm actually looking at Kraken here, the different prices there. So, all right, well there you go, guys. That's what it's looking like. And so, what does that mean? It means that most likely this is the fifth wave right here, unless she pumps up even more. Let's see here. Yep, getting some rejection right now. So distracting. We got divergence here in the 1 hour chart. We got divergence happening right there. We got a pump there and then divergence. So that was basically a stop hunt to the high. Should have a price rejection right around here. If we don't get rejection, it's rejecting here pretty good. And if it likes to hang around this area and keeps pumping, then we'll have to look at the next fib, which is the 4618, which right now it's getting pretty decent rejection. We'll see what happens. Let me get the next fib level here. Yep, the next fib level will be 96.60 if it pumps higher than that. So the big question mark is this the top of three, which likely is, and then we're going to get a pullback down to that region here, back down to this area, and then another pump. Where would that, if that's three, let's just see where that would pump to. Yeah, right around there. That would be the 382, 89.50 would be about where we'd expect it to retrace if it's a fourth wave. If this is a finished wave, obviously we expect a deeper retrace for sure. So, all right, guys, this is very, very bullish price action for now. So it's really looking bullish, but again, this is an impulse wave here, and so it is still slightly possible that we have an expanded flat here that can go all the way potentially up to $10,000. I don't think that's a super likely scenario, but certainly it is possible that we get that 9.9 or the $10,000 region there, especially the way price action is moving right now. So. Again, expecting a rejection here. Well, whether that's 5 waves complete, I cannot say, but it certainly looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we could get an extended fifth up here, and that's kind of what I'm expecting, some kind of a fifth wave extension here. That fifth wave extension would be something like If it's not extended and it's just kind of a standard, we're looking at 10,000, about 9,955. If it's extended, it could go all the way up to 11,000. If that happens, guys, this is definitely a bullish break in my opinion. This is some kind of a very, very bullish break, but I would still expect at some point to get some kind of a three-wave pullback. 50% to 61% of that move. So that's what I would expect to see. Um, you know, once this wave is finished, and just whenever the waves get extended like this, it's really hard to to project exactly where it's going to end. But doing the best we can day to day with the information that's provided. So. All right, guys, that's what I've got for you today. So yeah, I'm leaning bull, guys. I'm with this price action for sure, but there is still part of me that says be wary and be careful of the bear scenarios. I will just show you a couple of places here in these previous and I guess I meant to show you this earlier. In this previous bear correction where we had very, very strong impulse waves right here. It's clearly you could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that one's not quite 5 waves, but still, actually, yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Still, I guess the point is that we had impulsive numbers there, impulsive levels, and still price came down. Okay, we even had this region right here where we had price came down, made a new low, price came back up and made a double bottom. It started going back up and then continued on down. So we understand that those things are possible. So that's some of the reasons I'm just a little bit leery of this, because this is a pretty strong wave. It's comparable to this wave right here that and you can kind of see the wave shape here. How we came down and had a good sized wave. We came down. We had a pretty good sized wave here. Now there's a possibility if it comes down, it could continue going down like that. But again, right now it's hard to say that with with such bullish sentiment. But right here in the market, there would have been very strong bullish sentiment as well. With rejection, there would have been very strong bullish sentiment there as well with the rejection. So understand that just because we have a bullish sentiment and doesn't mean that there can't be sellers coming in. Okay, and strong sellers moving that market to the downside. All right. That's so. Just be careful. Don't go automatic bull on me, but it's looking very likely. It's looking very probable. It's looking right now until we get any kind of information that would nullify it. What would nullify it? Well, I would say if we get a nice, I would like to see ideally a nice three-wave pullback here. Okay, and I'd like to see that pullback measurable. To about 50% of that wave at least, and take enough time to match the size of this wave. Okay, that's what I'd like to see. If I can see that and it's measurable and it stops, okay, and we see a good reversal there, then that's going to be a good evidence that's a 1, 2, and we're going to the moon scenario. So we'll have to be watching that, okay? All right, you guys have a great day. Be careful out there. It's a tough market to trade. It's a tough market to analyze right now from an Elliott Wave perspective, but my sentiment is shifting for sure, but I have still just a couple of points of reservation that I need to be checked off, but I'm feeling very fairly bullish at this stage. Okay, all right. So the next thing we're expecting or hoping is I'd like to see this wave finish up. Again, this wave may have we may get a fourth wave and then one more push up for a fifth wave, or it could be finished. So the subwave count of this, we'll analyze this tomorrow once we get the price action of tonight. But really, this could be finished, or this might be the end of 3. We got 4 to go, and then 5 up to the upside. Or this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like that, and it's about finished or finishing up right now. So that's a possibility. Okay, but I see a possibility in the scenarios where it could be just going up even more because it's an extended wave. All right, we'll talk to you guys on tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.